I brought Uncle Dennis to your improv show.
Yeah, it was fun.
And he had a blast. Because he's a fan. And it was a very funny show.
Thank you.
You and Ryan Stiles did Neil Diamond and Gordon Lightfoot singing a duet, and it was really funny.
Remember when we went to see Neil Diamond in Las Vegas?
Oh, yeah.
When we went to see. Remember this? Do you remember?
I remember. I didn't go, but
You didn't go? You
I was
weren't
on
there?
mushrooms, and you came back from the concert, and it was like 3 hours on a hotel room floor, listening to Rob describe the Neil Diamond concert. That was my Neil Diamond concert.
That was the best. That was the best.
I got to go backstage with Sam Simon, who got us the tickets, and we met Neil Diamond for the show, and I was really excited about that. And as I've seen, like, at that point, I said, like, I think I've seen him 8 times in concert. I think that was my 6th time. And so I meet Neil Diamond right before the show. And I go, Mr. Diamond, it's a pleasure to meet you. This will be my 6th time seeing you. And he takes my hand and he goes, a fan.
Awesome.
And then the grooviest part of it was that his assistant, like this big bouncer guy, like his kind of like handler and like bodyguard guy, had a wind-up like disposable camera, and goes, get together, and he took like snap, 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 wine, snap, and then gave me the camera, and he goes, keep it.
Neil Diamond has become a human wedding.
Yeah.
He gave you a mason jar, and he's like, "Look, free refills, and then you can use it at home."
So like, when I would go see Neil Diamond in concert, I would always try to predict what the first song he would sing would be, and I one time I was right about it, but usually you're not right because he's got a million songs. So we're leaving him, and it was me, Drew, Carrie, Sam, and I think Nick Vinay was back there too, because our friend produced like Neil Diamond a long time ago or something, and. We're leaving, and I said, well, hey, have a great show. Give him hell out there. And he goes, Neil Diamond goes like, what? Like, I was leaving. And the director of Saving Silverman was there. Like they just made that movie. So he was talking to him, and I go, give him hell. And he goes, what? I go, give him hell, man. Like, have a good show. He goes like, we will. And he's like, give me a weird look. I'm like, okay, all right, man. No, I mean, like, knock him dead. Like, give him hell. He's like,
what?
Yeah.
How dare you?
So we leave, and Sam was like, what the fuck was that about? I'm like, I don't know. The first song, it was a new song he had called Give Him Hell. Totally accidental.
He's like,
how do you
Napster.
fucking know
he
this
thought
shit?
You were...
He was like, you're not supposed to fucking know that, Jack.
How did that leak?
Yeah.
How did that leak in a time of no leaks? The IT guy told me it was airtight tonight. Why am I on stage with you and I'm doing Neil Diamond?
Can you auto-tune Neil Diamond, or how would that work?
Yes.
Do I have a song that might work for that? Let's see.
I guess it.
I don't know if I've got one that would work.
Far, we've been traveling far without a home. Oh wait, our home is the village of mushrooms. Because I sound like a Smurf. No, I think the answer is you can't do Neil Diamond auto-tune.
My friend Johnny Polanski is a guy. I played some of his music on the show before. He's a session guitar player, and he did I think 12 songs. It was like one of Neil Diamond's last records with is that Rick Rubin maybe? And so he worked with Neil for a few weeks. And as I say, like, I'm a giant Neil Diamond fan, so I made him tell me 1,000 stories. Neil would come in every morning without his toupee, and he'd wear a denim jumpsuit, like a onesie. Like just denim, and then he like 10 a.m. he'd have a cognac,
like jean jammos. Sorry,
Jean Jammers.
Like Jean Jammos.
Wait a second. What? Just keep doing that. That makes me so happy. But so he would just come in with like brandy and a cigar, and he would talk. He never talked to my friend Johnny, and. When Johnny was finally done, he was wrapped on it, and he was packing up his guitar and leaving for the final day. Neil comes out of the booth, and he's like, hey, you're Johnny, right? He goes, yeah. He goes, look, I'm sorry. I didn't really get to talk to you that much. but it was really a pleasure working with you. And if I ever do another record, I want you to be on it because I like what you do. And Johnny's like, thanks, man. Absolutely. And he goes, Johnny, let me tell you something. You're a real motherfucker. And I mean that. And I mean that in the best possible way.
You could do worse.
Yeah, fucking Neil
You
Diamond.
could do worse than Neil Diamond
God.
calling you a motherfucker.
Despite all outward appearances, I'm straight, but I would make out with Neil Diamond. I would fucking make out with Neil Diamond. I would have made out with Bowie. Bowie and Neil, I would totally make out with. But that's it.